Why is it that some speakers can stand on a stage and sound engaging and exciting, yet other speakers sound boring and dull? It's all to do with the way our brain works. If you want to be listened to when you speak, you have to stimulate the minds of your audience as much as possible. Otherwise, you will be fighting a losing battle. In this series of videos, we have been going through the book Talk Like TED, where we have been breaking down the public speaking secrets of the world's best speakers. In this video, we're going through Chapter 8, Exploit the Senses. The actual title of the chapter is Paint a Mental Picture with Multisensory Experiences. You see why I changed it. Our brain finds it very difficult to pay attention to things which are boring. However, it's almost impossible to be bored when we are exposed to mesmerizing images, intriguing props, and beautiful words. Our brains love and crave things which use the senses. The more use we make of the senses in our speeches, the more our audience will love us. It's fair to say they'll find us sensational. If you're listening to this video, I'm certain that you want to blow your audience away in your speeches. If that's the case, watch until the very end. I'll be giving you 3 amazing tips which you can apply today to help you create a multisensory experience when you speak. Point number 1, make your presentations visual. This will cater to the sense of sight. It's much easier to remember what we see compared to what we hear. If your presentation contains visual elements, your audience will be able to recall aspects of it compared to if you just have text and words. Most of your audience will forget. How often have we seen someone's face and we know we recognize them, but for the life of us, we cannot put a finger on what their name is? Happens all the time. Another one that happens to me is I'll be rushing home wanting to catch a game on the television, but I'll be late, so I'll try and listen to it on the radio. It's not the same. Horrible experience. Even though the commentator is trying to explain as best as they can, seeing it adds a whole different dimension. This just goes to show that if you want your speech to be memorable, and if you want it to stimulate the minds of your listeners, you have to include visuals. This means if you are including slides in your presentation, do not bombard them with text after text after text. Did you know that the average PowerPoint presentation contains 40 words per slide? 40 words! How is someone supposed to read that many words on a slide and listen to a presenter at the same time? Not going to happen. For TED presentations, on the other hand, it takes about 15 to 20 slides before even reaching 40 words. That's because instead of the slides just being bombarded with text, they are filled with images which are striking, images which are vivid, and most importantly, images which are memorable. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is stimulate the auditory senses. This means how you sound when you speak, your tone of voice, your pace, your pitch, and also the words that you use. Your aim as a speaker is to paint a picture using words. You can do this in 2 ways. One of the ways is to speak in such a way that your voice matches what you say. So if you're saying something emotional, for example, you will speak slower. You may lower your pitch, and you may include more pauses. But if you want to energize your audience, you'll speak faster, you'll speak louder, and you may even raise your pitch. The important thing is for your voice to match what you say. Another thing you can do is use detailed descriptions. Have you ever heard the exact same story but told by 2 different people? One may have been engaging, exciting, and gripping, and the other one may have been plain, ordinary, and boring. The difference comes down to detail and description. A low-level speaker will say something like, "There once was a chicken which wanted to cross a road." A high-level speaker will say, "There once was a brave, ambitious chicken. It was the last surviving chicken in the whole country. All the other chickens had died, tragically, trying to cross roads. But this one was determined to make it." Immediately, you can see the difference between the low-level speaker and the high-level speaker. And if you can see it, believe me, your audience will also be able to see it. That's the second point. The third point is appeal to the sense of touch. This does not mean you go around to your audience stroking the arm of everybody. No. What it does mean is you create experiences which your audience can feel. Experiences which are tangible. There is an amazing example of this in the book. A presentation is being given at a technology conference, and one of the speakers is presenting a new type of memory stick. It can transfer data faster than all the other memory sticks that have come before it. He says it can transfer data at a whopping 170 megabytes per second. I don't know how fast that is, and the audience may also not have known. So what he did is to hand a stopwatch to a member of the audience, and he asked them to time how long it would take for him to transfer a movie from the computer to the memory stick. It took 10.5 seconds. He then did the exact same demonstration, but using the memory stick from a competitor. This time, it took over 40 seconds. During the 40 seconds, he didn't say a word. He didn't do anything. He just let his audience endure the painful agony of a slow file transfer. This demonstration was more powerful than any statistic he could have quoted. Instead of letting his audience see or hear how fast the file transfer was, he let them feel it. And I promise you, this left a lasting impression in their minds. To conclude, this video has been about you exploiting the senses of your audience. We've given you 3 ways of doing that. Or as the book likes to put it, painting a mental picture with multisensory experiences. The first point was make your presentation visual. The second point was stimulate the auditory senses. And the third point was appeal to the sense of touch. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. Definitely follow us on Instagram, where we will be holding a live Q&A on the content discussed in this video. So if you do have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Until then, see you next time for chapter 9.